I accidentally sent a flirty message to the African-American CEO of my company, and 5 minutes later, she was standing at my door.
My name is Elliot Parker. I'm 36, a single dad who can barely keep track of his socks, let alone his dignity. Most days, my world revolves around my little tornado of a daughter, Leia, a 6-year-old who believes gravity is optional and bedtime is a conspiracy theory. But on that Tuesday evening, the one that changed everything, I wasn't thinking about laundry or school lunches. I was staring at my phone. Half coffee, half delirium. I typed a sarcastic message meant for my friend Clara. If binge-watching rom-coms with ice cream counts as dating, I'm available tonight. A joke. A harmless joke, except my tired brain betrayed me. Instead of clicking Clara, my thumb slid 1 inch lower. Vivian Blake, CEO of Axiom Tech. A woman whose eyebrows alone could probably fire someone. A woman who turned boardrooms into quiet churches. A woman so composed she made marble statues look emotional. And apparently, a woman I had just accidentally flirted with. The moment I saw her name in the sent list, my heart stopped dead. I froze. I think my soul actually left my body. I whispered to nobody, no. I genuinely considered faking my own death. Maybe moving to another country. 5 minutes later. Knock. Knock. I nearly dropped my phone. Leia was on the floor, humming while building a Lego kingdom that violated every known building code. I crept to the peephole and nearly fainted. Vivian Blake, on my porch, in a luxury coat, looking like she'd stepped right out of a Vogue photo shoot. My entire life flashed before my eyes, including my terrible 3rd grade haircut. I opened the door. Vivian, I squeaked. Elliot Parker. She held up her phone. My message glowed on the screen like a neon confession. You call that flirting? My brain completely forgot how English worked. It was not meant for you, it was. She crossed her arms. A mistake then? Yes, a massive, life-ruining. Oh dash, dear dash, God dash, what dash have dash done mistake. But then the corner of her mouth lifted. A tiny smirk. A crack in her icy CEO armor. You've got my attention, she said. That alone is impressive. I forgot how breathing worked. Then Leia popped out from the living room. Daddy, I finished the castle. Oh, hi, lady. Vivian's entire expression softened. Not just a little, a lot. Hi, she said, bending down to Leia's eye level. I'm Vivian. Your dad makes interesting decisions. Leia just grinned. Want to see my castle? And Vivian, the woman whose signature could probably bankrupt a small city, actually knelt down on my rug and inspected Lego architecture like it was a serious work proposal. For 10 surreal minutes, she nodded thoughtfully as Leia explained her dragon strategies and the importance of lava moats. Every so often, Vivian would glance up at me over her shoulder, and for the first time, she wasn't a CEO. She wasn't intimidating. She was human, warm, beautiful in a way I wasn't prepared for. When Leia ran off to get some juice, Vivian stood up and looked at me with this curious expression. So, she said, do you live in this level of chaos every single day? I just shrugged awkwardly. Chaos is part of the parenting package. You get love, exhaustion, responsibility. And Lego stabbing your feet in the middle of the night. She smiled, a real, soft, dangerous smile. I see why you sent that text, she murmured. I swallowed, hard. Everything had changed in 5 minutes, and the craziest part? I didn't want to take it back. I didn't plan on her staying, absolutely not. But she followed me right into the kitchen like she belonged there. I can help, she said, nodding towards the stove. No, I insisted, a little too quickly. I mean, I appreciate it, but mac and cheese isn't. Well, it's not exactly CEO cuisine. She laughed an actual, genuine laugh. Elliot, I've eaten cold sandwiches during boardroom chaos. Trust me, I can handle cheese. Her presence changed the whole kitchen. The air felt charged. My hands were literally shaking as I was trying to pack the cheese. She just leaned against the counter, watching me, her eyes bright. "You're surprisingly calm," she teased. "No," I admitted. "I'm internally panicking," she smirked. "Good, means you care." Just then, Leia burst back in, waving her empty cup. "Daddy, more juice?" Without even thinking, Vivian automatically reached down, took the cup gently from Leia's hand, and handed it to me. "You've got quite a whirlwind here," she said. "She keeps me alive," I replied. And exhausted, Vivian looked at me, really looked at me, and something in her expression softened again. "You're a good father," she said quietly. Her words hit me harder than I expected. People compliment my work ethic, my patience, sometimes even my cooking, but rarely my parenting. Dinner was ridiculous and perfect. Leia narrated every single bite. Mac and cheese slopped onto the table. Vivian pretended not to enjoy her third scoop. After Leia's bedtime story was done, we ended up on the couch. A warm, soft, charged silence hummed between us. Vivian lifted her eyes slowly to meet mine. "I don't do this," she said. "Showing up at people's houses. Letting them see me like this." "Like what?" I asked gently. She hesitated. "Like a person." There it was, the truth behind her cold, powerful exterior. She wasn't distant out of arrogance. She was distant out of survival. "I'm glad you came," I said honestly. A breath caught in her throat. She leaned closer, not enough to touch, but enough to feel the heat radiating between us. Then Leia wrestled in her room, and we both blinked like we'd snapped out of a spell. Vivian stood up, straightening her coat. "I should go," she whispered, "before your small tornado wakes up and interrogates me again." I tried not to let my disappointment show. "Will I see you again?" She stepped closer. "You better, Elliot Parker." And then she walked out, leaving the scent of her perfume and a racing heart in her wake. I stood there in my chaotic living room, completely stunned. That accidental text had just turned my entire world upside down, and I had a feeling this was only the beginning. Thanks for watching. If you want to know what happens next between me, Vivian, and my little Lego architect, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss it.